Rachel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Cam. So excited to be.
So let's kick things off with the spark that ignites an entrepreneur. What really drives someone to take that leap?
Well, it's a mix of things. Some see a clear need, others want to be their own boss, or just express their creativity.
Like seeing a gap in the market and just jumping right in?
Precisely. Take Mariano Quay of Mercury Drug. He was just a drugstore employee before World War II.
Oh, an essential service then.
Absolutely, but after the war, he saw this huge surplus of sulfa antibiotics and a massive public demand.
So he connected the dots?
Yes. He opened his first store in Pasig in 1945 and expanded fast.
That's incredible. From one store to, well, Mercury Drug.
It became the nation's hallmark pharmacy, all because he identified a need for quality, affordable medicines.
A true market need. So what about being your own boss? That's a huge driver for many.
Definitely. Think of Potato Corner, Joe Magsaysay and his partners.
Oh, I love their fries.
They're iconic. Joe actually left a stable job at Wendy's in 1992.
Wait, he quit a steady job for potato fries?
He did, to launch a cart in Mundalina. And get this, he repaid his initial loan within 30 days.
No way. That's super quick.
Right? And they scaled using franchising, which allowed them to grow without huge upfront capital.
So they took a big risk, but it paid off big time.
Exactly. They invested in their idea, and now they're nationwide and even international.
Wow. Okay, but some people are just born creative, right? They just want to invent.
Not always just born. Diosdado Banatao is a great example here. Son of a rice farmer.
Really? From humble beginnings.
Walked barefoot to school, but he pushed for education. Cum laude from Mapua, then MS from Stanford.
That's an incredible journey.
He co-founded Chips and Technologies, a semiconductor company.
Okay, so super techie.
And his company was acquired by Intel for $430 million.
$430 million. That's insane.
His story shows how strong education can amplify your creativity and innovation throughout your life.
So it's not just about an innate spark, but also nurturing it.
Totally.
And then there's that feeling of self-satisfaction, turning a passion into a successful venture. Like a hobby becomes your empire? Corazon D. Ong of CDO Food Spear, she started a mom-and-pop kitchen in 1975.
CDO, that's a huge brand now.
Exactly. It was just her and her husband making siopao with longanisa filling.
No way!
From siopao to a food giant? 40 years later, they employ thousands. CDO, Bibo, Holiday, all those brands. That's so inspiring. So, a small beginning from a personal passion can lead to industry leadership? It truly can. These stories highlight the diverse motivations behind entrepreneurship, from spotting a market need to following a deep personal passion.
So that covers the entrepreneurial spark and how people get started. But once you're in business, it's not just about making money, right? We need to talk about ethics.
Absolutely. It's the backbone of sustainable business. Ethics, at its core, is about defining what's good versus bad in behavior.
Good versus bad. That sounds simple, but is it really that clear-cut in business?
Oh, it's rarely simple. We have two main theories trying to guide us. First, teleology or consequentialism.
Teleology? What's that mean?
It's all about the outcome. The morality of an action is judged by its results. If the outcome is good, the action was good.
So if I lie to close a deal, but it creates jobs and helps the economy, that's ethical?
Well, that's where the other theory, deontology, steps in. This is duty-based ethics.
Duty-based?
Here, it's about the action itself, regardless of the outcome. Certain actions are inherently right or wrong. Lying, for example, would be seen as inherently wrong.
Okay, so one is results-focused, the other is action-focused. But then what about legal versus ethical?
Exactly. That's a huge gray area for entrepreneurs.
Wait, really? Give me an example.
Think about legal tax avoidance that severely harms a local community. It's legal, but many would argue it's not ethical.
So you can follow all the rules and still be doing something morally questionable.
Precisely. And that's why rationalizations pop up. Companies might say, well, it benefits the firm, even if it feels a little off.
So, how do businesses navigate these gray zones?
That's where a strong code of conduct comes in. It's a guiding light, outlining ethical guidelines for everyone in the enterprise.
Like a rule book for doing the right thing?
Yes, but more than just rules. It provides a reference for making decisions and helps prevent what we call unethical drift.
Does being ethical actually help a business financially, or is it just a feel-good thing?
It absolutely helps financially and otherwise. Ethical practices build consumer loyalty,
Makes sense. I want to buy from companies I trust.
and it helps retain good employees, increases workplace productivity, and massively mitigates legal risks.
So it's not just about avoiding bad press. It's about making your business stronger.
Exactly. Unethical behavior can tank sales. 80% of purchase decisions are based on ethics these days.
80%? Wow.
It can lower stock prices too. And ethical companies, they can have up to 3 times the market value of those without ethics programs.
That's wild. So ethics isn't just some abstract idea, it's literally boosting the bottom line.
It's integral. In today's world, it's not enough to just make a profit. How you make that profit truly matters.
So being a good corporate citizen is just good business.
So we've talked about what drives entrepreneurs, but what about the world around them? How do external factors shape everything?
Oh, it's huge. We're talking about the dynamic ecosystem of business, right? Everything from technology to social expectations.
Okay, so like technology is a big one, I'm guessing?
Absolutely. Think about it. Early tech was all about making physical tasks easier, like farming tools.
Right, hammers and plows.
Exactly. But now it's information management. The internet, AI, cloud analytics.
So it's shifted from muscle power to brain power.
Precisely. The competitive edge today is how you access and process information.
That makes sense. What else is changing the game?
Social responsibility. Consumers and employees expect businesses to do good, not just make money.
Like not just profit, but purpose.
Exactly. It's about environmental and social concerns being integrated into operations, CSR.
And that ties into something called inclusive growth?
Yes, that's when businesses benefit by actively involving all sectors of society, even the poor as workers or suppliers.
So everyone gets a piece of the pie.
And it creates a more diverse and equitable market. It's a win-win.
That's fantastic. What about globalization?
Huge. International trade can strengthen or weaken local competition, open up expansion opportunities.
And affect how companies manage their global teams.
Spot on. Then, of course, e-commerce.
Oh, that's everything now. Online shopping, mobile payments.
And all of that happens in cyberspace, the virtual computer world.
It's like a whole new economy just living online.
It really is. And it enables things like the franchising trend, which is massive in food retail.
So like a McDonald's or a Subway.
Perfect examples. But it also creates new opportunities like franchise brokering.
Helping people find the right franchise to buy.
Exactly. It's a whole ecosystem of its own. And speaking of ecosystems, the green economy is growing.
Products that are good for the environment.
Yes, generating profit from reducing environmental risks. Think recycling centers, green architecture.
So businesses that clean up the planet while making money.
A true triple bottom line. Economic, environmental, and social imperatives all balanced.
That's a lot to keep track of. So many factors influencing businesses.
It is, from geographical and ecological factors to demographics, economic shifts, political and legal frameworks.
And then social and cultural values, plus physical and technological infrastructure.
Every single one of these can be an opportunity or a challenge. It's dynamic and complex.
It sounds like entrepreneurs need to be super adaptable to navigate all that. So, after all that talk about the dynamic ecosystem, let's get real. Entrepreneurship sounds amazing, but there's a flip side, right? It's not all rainbows and venture capital.
Absolutely not. In fact, one of the biggest things is the risk of failure.
Failure? Like businesses just folding?
Precisely. Small businesses often struggle to get capital, and they have less bargaining power than the big players.
So they're more vulnerable.
Super vulnerable. Things like raw material price fluctuations, inflation, macroeconomic shifts, those hit them hard.
And I hear entrepreneurs work crazy hours.
Oh, absolutely. Long hours, hard work, especially in the early stages with product development and scaling. It takes perseverance.
And then there are these unwanted responsibilities. What are those?
It's not just about managing the business. It's social responsibilities like fair wages, giving value to customers, ethical competition, contributing to the community.
Wow, that's a lot to juggle. So why do people even take these risks then? Why jump into something so inherently, risky?
That's the fascinating part. Entrepreneurs take what we call calculated risks.
Calculated, not just blindly leaping.
Nope, they assess potential outcomes, create contingency plans. It's like General George Patton said, take calculated risks. That is quite different from being rash.
Okay, that makes sense. What else drives them?
Experimentation, the you'll never know until you try mindset. They're constantly testing new ideas.
So it's like, let's just see what happens.
Pretty much. And that leads to leadership differentiation. Risk takers often become leaders, while those who avoid risk tend to fall behind.
Pushing boundaries.
Exactly. It's an innovation driver. New products, new processes, they all inherently involve risk. T.S. Eliot said, only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far it is possible to go.
That's deep. So even if they fail, there's a silver lining?
Definitely. Failure is a learning opportunity. It teaches lasting lessons, hones strategic thinking, and helps with contingency planning for next time.
So it's not just about the outcome, it's about the growth from the attempt.
Spot on.
Which brings us to creativity. It's not some rare talent you're born with. Wait, really?
Yeah.
I always thought you either had it or you didn't.
No way. Creativity is a developable skill. It's about generating ideas that improve efficiency or effectiveness, and it's essential for innovation.
So it's a process, not just a gift.
Yes, it's a goal-oriented process for solving problems, and it involves people applying that process. How they approach it can vary, from adapting existing ideas to radical innovation.
So you can actually get better at being creative?
Absolutely. It can be nurtured and improved. A supportive environment encourages it, while a restrictive one stifles it.
So how does someone, say, like me, become more creative in a business sense?
It's about viewing the world differently, recognizing relationships that others might miss. It's not always logical, but it helps navigate complex environments and drives continuous growth.
So creativity is basically seeing connections where others don't, which then helps you take those calculated risks and innovate. It all ties together.
Well, that's a lot to think about.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks for having me.